Can Fnatic, I guess, dial into the confidence we've seen, the team synergy we've seen?
Let's see what we got. We got Fnatic on defense, we got Heretics on attack. We got the
Fnatic
double Sheriff again. Dude, they're leaning into the
Kayak.
Gen G. Oh!
No way! Is this
Give it to him.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
And that was
It's beautiful.
unbelievable. Blink and you miss it. I
Damn, they
hope
were
you sat
hyping up
down
the
and
whole
locked in, 'cause
duelist
we gotta
off and he
run
does
that
this.
replay.
That was, I mean,
Dude, the
the
fourth
best
shot.
way to start a map 2, right? We're talking
Show me
about
that.
the confidence.
Second shot's
the
insane.
double duelist matchup.
Oh my god, the third and fourth is sick.
Oh, it's beautiful to watch
Oh
back.
my goodness, bro.
Magic. Absolute magic.
Oh, I don't know what's better.
Probably how
watch
you
that all
want
day.
your Yoru to start.
Second,
round
third,
one,
fourth is
To be
incredible.
honest.
You kind of said it, right? Get those head-to-heads going. We've got some big matchups here between these two. And if that's the sort of tempo, if that's the sort of level we get, this is going to be an outstanding
Definitely
game.
the Gen
The
G
stage is set
pistol
for
with the
Minigun,
double
right?
Sheriff works well when that
There's
happens.
There's your benchmark.
Go get
Whether
it.
they could, yeah, whether they can find a response here. Obviously, Vandal purchased in round 2 for Kayak. Orb retrieved, one away from the ultimate now. So a huge ult for Fnatic to have in the back pocket here to kick off the first couple of rounds here on Haven.
God, that was nuts.
One away from ult 2. That's so nearby for Kayak. You couldn't, as you said, you couldn't ask for a better beginning.
Dude,
Now,
that was so
on the other side,
nuts. I want to watch it again.
Brutal to try and work against an Alpha. Fancies a little bit of time in the sun, but Boo's not in today. Like, he's actually firing back here, but Fnatic, the cavalry have arrived. So now just Benji left alive, and not for long. So,
Okay, nice
as
one.
it stands, Fnatic make it past the second round. Just going to
Penguin,
collect
is
all the
this it? I'm
goodies, make sure
clicking
none
it.
of that slips away, and they walk
See what we
away
got.
with a 2-0
Oh
start.
my goodness. Let's watch it one more time.
3 survive as well, so able to maintain the early momentum.
So sick, dude. What the hell?
7-1.
Oh.
Coming into round 3.
Oh, ult there.
A huge opportunity to potentially isolate a player or two on the back of the ultimate if they want to try and use Kayak's ultimate aggressively.
You're all on defense
might
though.
even
I mean, you
explore
can.
towards
It's
mid.
not like you can have too much of a set play.
You got to bank
Like maybe on
Heretics,
some of the
probably
maps, but
anticipating
like
it.
a split. But it's too obvious these days.
Alpha though kept in check, down to 67 HP.
But they got to be ready
Dude,
for
look at him
suicide.
feeling it.
There's-
Off angle,
there's-
watching window.
There's been some problems down there. You know what I mean? We don't pre-fire that now. So Alpha cops a whole load of damage, down to 67. But it's just a pause for Heretics here. Maybe looking to see if there will be that reaction from that ult. But you're looking at Kayak. He's already got himself tucked into the cubby over towards B. Crashies doesn't quite get the corner.
Yeah.
Don't think he made it around there.
And vice
Did
versa.
Kayak get it?
No ping on the minimap, so
No. Just
curious.
missing.
Yeah, curious as to whether or not the awareness is still there.
Kayak's on the right side though. Made it up on over towards the A side of the map. and this
3-person
silence,
hold.
Unchecked, unfazed so far. Both trying to get out of there. Does do so. Love this backfill from Crashies as well. Someone needs to deal with the dart for him. They've done so. Smoke goes up towards heaven. They're starting to feel a bit laboured here from Heretics. It's starting to be held to the door, but it still plays
Also
in
did
Crashies.
good
Keep
and
this in mind.
baited
They
in
have no idea. It's
Crashies.
a lazy check. A look, a glance towards it, but still
Here we
Woot
go, raid
powers
boss.
on. Clears sight until Kayak. Good trade for Boo.
Lovely
Good
trades the whole
spacing,
time.
But does he identify where Chronicle is? Oh, he certainly does now.
Smoke drops perfectly for Boot to spot him out.
Nice quick plant there.
Oh, it's
my God.
awkward.
Whoa.
Really awkward. But
Oh
Boot
god. Either of them could have had that.
finds Heretics their first round. And yeah, a bit of a strange engagement initially there. Fnatic almost look as if they're about to dig their heels in and lock down A site, but yeah, flash comes through both, so I guess it feels
That's
as if
just
he's
good trades overall here then.
forced to commit towards that opening peak, but with Crashies in that position, you could argue he's almost played in behind default. Again, the scope
1, 2,
maybe
3,
makes it a
4,
little more
5,
awkward for him,
6,
but
7, 8, 9. 9 people. A 4 and a 5 can't buy
Yeah, I
next.
saw 2 outlaws there as well.
Double
Actually, one has
outlaw?
one of them
1, 2,
close to
3,
the other,
4.
trying to make
Degrai
most
just
of
counting
both.
non-stop.
Well, you can see the light shields are out.
yeah, I was gonna say
4 people can get one shot.
the fact that Miniboo, Benji, and Woot, obviously Woot being the outlier to that, but still light shields regardless. least makes it doable here for Boaster and Chronicle.
Oh boy.
Now, I don't know if Kayak's gonna be able to do much about this. Minibu did get out of garage. They've
Minibu
replayed
TP'd
it
out.
really quickly, actually. You can see them just checking through this now. Kron gonna be posted back up towards that window side, but it looks like it's this fake towards A. Force crashes off the angle, try and put a couple of question marks, maybe pull a player or two, and it so far is causing that reaction. We can see it is going to be tailing back towards C eventually. Now with that smoke in, this is them trying to sell this A hit coming in.
Pretty good though. The rotate's already in here. It's only
All the way
Kayak
towards the other
that's
side of the
close.
map,
He's
I
got
think
no
now
trips to play off
Fnatic
of.
probably know what's up. Just
Yeah,
one
but they have the
smoke,
ult for
nobody in a
retake.
position to punish on the
30
back of it.
seconds left.
And the drone at least hears the
It's gonna
footsteps.
be wide open for the taking.
Dude, can they even retake with
can't
the
hit.
double outlaw?
Benji just slipping away. He was the last to evacuate.
Like, if they don't
from
give
that
you
A side,
anything.
but just watching that flank, keeping a
At
track
least
on it.
everyone now can
And it
get
looks
one
like a
shot.
Play re-push towards garage as well, which could be a problem. You're looking at who's in there. Yeah, Kayak. He was on the
Dude,
deeper
Kayak.
angle of it. Just didn't expect it there, and Rien's left on 5 HP. He might be screwed. Yeah, they're going to see all of this one. Chronicle makes light work of it, putting Benji the last one alive. And I think he was spotted earlier on.
Again,
Especially by
dude,
Crash.
everyone's
He's
getting
now
wrecked
100%
damage-wise.
aware of where he is. This would need...
Whoa!
Unbelievable!
Jesus.
Bloody good
Oh,
attempt
dude,
from
even Benji got excited, man. I
Jesus,
saw his
Web, that was so
camera.
close.
Oh my goodness.
Four found for Benji. Still plenty of time left for the defuse here. Crashes to close
What is this map already?
out the third round for Fnatic. A sigh of relief almost. As soon as that wall passes and the sight line opens up, yes, it's the Guardian, but Benji finding everything he needed to.
A great shot.
Tough there. I mean, especially with Rian's getting tagged down. No real comfort to reset.
Against the eco.
Yeah, Heretics forced back down to pistols. Just a few sheriffs, actually. Only Boo and Benji with their ultimates. And even on the other side, they've got Stinger in the hands of Boaster, so we're trying to ride out the fact that Heretics are going to be down on lesser purchase. Whoop. Double tap. Finding some protection here on the way in.
Nice shot.
Benji continuing to look
Yeah,
sharp,
he
but the
looks
trade is good
nice.
from Boaster.
Okay. We've still got Sheriff, so does Rien's. On the other side, obviously, far better equipped here. And it is quite nice seeing the, I want to say, Tier 1 teams really adopting the Outlaw more. It feels like we saw the Tier 2 teams really kind of showing off what can be done with it. And
Alright.
it's worth the risk of investment. Starting to see that more and more amongst the higher end teams now. Speaking of Kayak, still patrolling over towards B. This is where they're heading. Gotta be cautious about this. As much as this is a lower end buy, that B site can be incredibly lethal. Can't just use
I mean,
towards
Kayak
sewers.
can one-shot everyone and they got across.
Connector side on C. And away we go. Paranoia forces Kayak off the angle. That's good for them.
30
Should
seconds
get them at
left.
least a step towards the site now. And, well, seeing that Outlaw in play.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Minibu punished initially here. Makes things even more difficult for Heretics. Still only Sheriffs to work with, not able to pin down an upgrade. On the back of Alpha falling. Fnatic definitely biding their time, sorry.
There goes the Paranoia. Ooh, it was a bit laboured there in the end, and Rien's is going to trade
Shot.
it. And Boo's back on the case.
Oh,
Boo
it's
gets out of
doable,
danger, but
though.
it should be seen. A nice reposition from him. Oh, the shot just goes astray.
That was the shot.
Couldn't
That
quite
was
get
the
it
shot. The
across line
TP was
in the end.
nice.
Close on time too. I feel if he got one of those kills there, could have maybe played around that tempo that was left. But Fnatic get another step in now, 4-1.
It's very unfortunate because Fnatic actually misread the TP. So if he's able to find that first freebie, certainly doable for him. Again, making something from seemingly nothing, just the Sheriffs here. Come through, find the plant, find a couple of kills to follow up on the back of Rien's and Boo. Yeah, I
He
guess
hit
in
some
terms
nice
of the war
shots.
of attrition of that round,
Can I refresh? Sure.
still come out on top.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
4-1 lead now.
Apart from mutes.
Cool.
Oh my
So
goodness,
Minibu
that's
to
loud.
try and pave the way here.
Okay,
I'm
there
blaming
it
that on
is.
you,
Combo,
whoever the chatter was.
And it's got its reward. Oh, it's got its target at the very least. Woot trying to do what he can, but sadly, that was going to be uncomfortable for him. That ult going to get burnt up with no real use to it.
Crashes from downtown with the Hunter's Fury will at least force Heretics to retreat initially.
No distraction.
That's yeah, Alpha.
Now he's got a real one.
Yeah.
No way.
Miniboo wins that? Because like we've been starting to see that clone work happening more and more.
Yeah, teams are getting pretty good with their like setup with the clones these days, like the anti-ISO wards.
Both are trying to pave the way back through. This is getting real topsy-turvy here.
Yeah,
Plant going to be going
Benji's-
in towards A.
I was just about to say Benji's lurk has actually opened a lot of space here. Ooh, got to be careful. Kayak does actually spot him on the cross back over.
Here.
And that's
Shot.
yeah, on the second tap finds
Bro's crispy aim low.
Google forward now a 3v3.
They bring it back to a manageable scenario, but they've got to get moving, right? You look at the time, you look at the positions. This is not going to be easy. Rien's trying to control towards long. His timing is
Timings,
excellent.
that is
Catching
insane.
kayaks in
Dude, he
between
might get another
ideas.
good timing.
And now Crash is trying to play in Boaster potentially. They talk about their 2v3s. This one is going to be hard. But Boaster tries to take the isolated point.
Whoa,
doesn't
he
get
was
it.
scanned up
Rien's is
as well.
rewarded as
It's
Crash is now
nicely
just
done.
has to
This is a
bow
big
out
round
this
from
round.
Riens.
Yeah. Heretics going to be able to hold on to 3 rifles as well. An awkward opening here is, again, if Benji isn't as deep as he is, I didn't really see what happened for him in the early round either. If it's just a straight walk up mid, but kind of seals the deal for Heretics. Again, Fnatic made a good go of things. Obviously, the initial kill from Kayak to get things going. Obviously, Rian shutting down. Yeah,
big for Miniboo.
Miniboo winning out
Look,
is a huge factor for Heretics.
this coach once told me Alpha never loses those.
Mini?
We've determined it was a lie.
Okay.
We've determined that. We've
we
taken
get
our
that
time.
on a-
Thank you for the replay.
Can we get that on a ticker above the scoreboard?
Yeah, mini analysis 0 to 1 so far. Ignore all the previous stats 0 to 1. For a coach mini, probably fighting for his life in Sliggy's chat. But looking at this buy, Frenzy, Sheriff, Classic, Guardian, and a Vandal. A little bit all over the shop.
We love a frenzy spray. It wasn't even a spray. You can't even fault him for it.
No.
No, he tried to keep it calm.
All that
Dude, when the
damage, but it's
casters
still a 45.
casters start shouting, you know it's cooked. What did Mini have to say to get being called out?
Mini boot finding crashes. A 3v5
Dude.
now for Fnatic.
Oh, don't tell me I run out of space.
And only
Oh, I
one
run out of
rifle
space than
for the
recording.
Kayak
Dude,
as
today
well.
is so cast, man. That is my PC.
Looking like Heretics
not
will
yours.
find their third. Don't necessarily want to say. Well, actually, I'm pretty comfortable behind this. I was going to say, 1 or 2 members of Heretics can afford to seal the deal here. But again, with Chronicle down on a Classic and Kayak on a Sheriff, no real motivation for it.
First the YouTube stream dies. Now we got no space in the hard drive.
Can't argue with that.
Closing it out. Yeah, fair play. Righty. So as it stands,
Tech pause? Do I need
bit of
another
turnaround
tech pause?
here,
You're not
don't we?
wrong.
It's
Feel
too
like my
early
5th of the
for me
day.
to start telling the stories about it, but so far Fnatic have been the roll's been slowed down, right? Because they built up a good amount of bank, which still should get them a good buy here. I don't think there'll be an issue in that regard.
Oh, a little worse in slow-mo,
Did
sorry.
we get?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a
We
frenzy.
ran
Leave
in
him alone.
slow-mo.
Ebola, thank you so much for the 5 months, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for that.
Almost would have preferred to see a player counteract,
Olymps as well.
actually.
Thank you for the prime, mate. Appreciate the
Really?
7 months.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Seeing the slow-mo.
Thank you.
Surely.
Thank you for the prime, mate. Appreciate you saying that.
Just the face going, oh, it's all right. He's gone for a frenzy to an operator. He's gone, guys, I need a little confidence here. And he's good with this.
I mean, he's
He's normally
Oh,
been
boy.
pretty solid. I can't actually fault him for it. I've been doubting it in the past. But you can see
Dude,
how
they gave
hard
him
it is to
0
put this
chance.
up against that ISO shield coming in.
Oh
You've
boy,
got
this is their
Heretics
big buy
now
round.
running through the site. Just again, and when you're Boaster and you've got that operator, you're probably already looking for a save here.
Yeah,
What
definitely.
motivation do you have to go for this? That's a prized possession now. If Crashies and Kron can get something going, sure, but the odds are awful.
I think it really relies on like you said, Crashes or Chronicle to find the opener.
Spiral Sis as well. Spiral Sis with the Prime. Thank you for that, mate. Also, the Big G69 with the Prime. Thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate that as well, mate.
Now
Thank you for that.
probably realizing that, but Chronicle consolation at least. As I said in the previous, can afford to throw a few bodies on the line, but probably no more than that now.
Good shots though.
Easy target.
Damage is damage.
Yeah, well, I gotta say again, great call coming out from Heretics, because it's brutal to try and hold that B side, even with the operator, right? Like, let's say you're there, when you've got that ISO shield just to be able to trail
Yeah,
up
exactly.
with, you're out of the round. It's such a good read, because it's not the first time we've seen Boaster playing that sort of position on B, right? It feels quite common now. If it's available, maybe they run it, maybe they don't, but fantastic read from Heretics to kind of pull the trigger on that approach.
I guess on the other side of that as well, when Mini Boos find a
Still get the op
all the way
out.
into A-Link.
These kind of comps, you're looking like a
It's not even the
7-5,
player that feels the pressure.
8-4.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Second or
on
third people
attack.
potentially
So
to
Fnatic's still in a good spot.
slow things down. Boaster curious once again. I think now probably noted as well. They're almost anticipating this operator to be in the hands of Boaster and be on the
Dude,
side.
again, every time he has the op out, they're giving him no chance.
I liked what he was trying to do, go for that secondary player, trying to ignore the shield, but you can't really ignore it in the hands of Woot. Already clearing out Alpha from the site. Down again here. Forcing the ults from both sides. Here we go, this is about to get chaotic.
A ton of information gathered on the side of Boaster. Actually, really shut down by Chronicle.
Yeah, but Boaster's just been dropped by Benji.
Dude, it's chaos. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Was there not like a recon or I don't know. There's not much you can do distraction wise. Dude, Woot survives on 7 HP as well.
Woot is really where this started and ended, it felt like.
This was
Cleared that
pure
corner
chaos,
well.
man.
Boaster found very little impact. A nice attempt, sure. But again, still able to hold this down, clearing out Alpha, clearing out all of these kills. And Chronicle, once again, just left to rot, really.
Yeah, you gotta watch this one conclude. Rians.
Rians.
Yeah. Rians.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I thought maybe he was gonna die. I didn't even spot the cage still there. Coming to a soundboard near you.
Yeah, no, literally, I was about to say, someone clip it. Someone clip it for me. 'Cause I
That'll
need
be
that
on
in my
Mitch
life.
Dude, how he survived that with a shock.
Mitch is chuckling. I can hear it. I can hear his little giggle. Just right, timeout. Fnatic.
Chat, let
They've
me
now had 4
let me
rounds
move some
presented to them,
let me delete some stuff so I got room
by
for
Heretics,
VODs.
And it's been pretty
That's
pretty
so
impressive, to be
devastating.
fair. Very good reads again, and I think we've been
What can we
complimenting obviously
delete?
Boaster
VODs?
leading up to this point about his
VODs on
IGLing
VODs.
and kind of how well he's been doing that. Boo on the other side, also calling very well. I love how they've been very heads up about this, and especially if you're playing this comp against the people who kind of came into this with it. But it feels tailor-made. It feels like they're very aware of how Fnatic like to approach this map themselves.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, other than maybe a flash in the pan with Kayak off to a flying start, not as if they really could ride that momentum. And actually, it's Heretics to convert 4 post plants as well on the back of that. So kind of having a free run of things. Well, Fnatic are going to adjust now.
Yeah, we got
and maybe
space.
play a little more aggressive again.
We got space
It's
for
a
the
double
next map, but
duelist.
this map's rip.
I don't want to say you're forced to, but it certainly feels as if you have the opportunity to justify it.
Dankish420, thanks so much for the Primate. Appreciate the 18 months.
But again, on Haven, it's always
Thank
that
you for that,
question,
bro.
right?
Appreciate you.
You can pivot so quickly to another site on the back of, you know, a Yoru potentially, or even Alert coming through, seeing Benji find value
Okay,
in previous
last
rounds.
couple of
It's not
rounds. What are we
split cut,
doing?
Just being, you know, identifying where you want to pressure and play into.
Here.
Little fake TP as well to keep them over here. Dude,
4-1.
how is Heretics
I guess.
completely own this
Yeah,
one.
it just looks like almost one of those kind of.
Not sure how they got the
sponge
read in the
resets out,
4-1,
so
but they have.
Chronicle, maybe the TP. You see actually the ping coming out exactly where the reposition comes from Kayak.
Oh, Lord Kayak. Okay, the paranoia just fades away before it reaches him. He's trying to be a bit cheeky about it, and I like it.
Yeah, it's just kind of nice
an
though.
attempt at
But he's
something.
literally just on his own.
Heretics probably feeling they have some security here. Bye-bye. So that's a player noted now. Paranoia sent in from afar, but no ability to get anything from it. The swing
No way, this guy's 30 HP. Mini Boo getting a second straight through smoke.
You got one backside by Plat and then towards CT.
Dude, there's so many rounds in a row of Heretics.
And you're right, it's just Benji.
Did they get a save?
Oh no!
Hello, hello, Boaster. Hello. This is look. Heretics are so in control, man. Like,
They are.
They went for this save and he's just run by
It feels
him.
like you could watch half of the EMEA teams and get a good idea of what's being tried to be attempted. I mean, Heretics run the same comp, but it's all those little nuanced pieces, all those little looks that Heretics seem so aware of. Just the positioning's fantastic, and they're in control right now.
Yeah,
I'd
they
love
went for
to
the
see
full
Fnatic try
person
and turn
punish
this around
over
to gap
towards
close,
A,
but
but
this feels a little bit reminiscent.
I don't know
of
what kind of
Lotus
read
when it
Heretics
started to
have at the
move away
moment, but
from Fnatic.
I feel like the last 3 rounds have been
It's very
incredible.
rare you do see
Every
a
time
team
they've had the
kind
op, they've gone over towards B, not giving
I guess
Boaster much of an
stabilize
opportunity to get a
and
kill. That's
nullify
twice in a
any threat
row.
mid-round
And then this
versus
one, they 4-person
Boaster
stack
or Fnatic
aggro over
in
towards
general.
A to punish it, and
You've got to give credit to Heretics
They
in
just-
that regard. Now
they
that
just
look
end
at
up
it, I mean,
just
they have a
walking into C.
huge cushion. 6-4 the scoreline. Look at the funds for Heretics starting to swell. And G trying to get a little cheeky. Probably the only one that's
Did
still
Demon
gonna
1 get
find
benched, mate? I don't know. Isn't he
is top of the
streaming? Go
board.
ask him.
And speaking of the board, Mike, and I don't normally
It's-
talk about it when it
it's
comes
weird.
to it.
It's
It
weird.
is weird,
Look at-
but
yeah.
I'm looking at Fnatic side, and it's a map that traditionally, in my eyes, yeah, look at oh okay, it was just straight through the smoke as well. I was wondering how he got that secondary kill, but still, Alpha. at the
God,
bottom
the
here,
slow-mo
he's
on
only
it?
got 3 kills
That's
so
so
far. This is probably
disrespectful.
one of the quieter
Holy.
performances I've actually seen
There's
from
no
him
need
in
for
this
that.
map. He's been one of the great series, made that ISO look fantastic.
We
Kayak
think back
so
to
far,
the Vitality series.
yeah, yes, totally different. Again, being able to kind of keep him in a box, play away from him, has been impressive. Speaking of Alpha as well, it looks like he wants to try and instigate something for himself.
Not going to be rewarded initially. Can hear obviously the cam's position, so there's going to be that hesitation or caution shown.
Breaking down.
Ooh, double damage to
Thinking of the
strat and
sound
try
kill on
and
the
stop
other side of the
the
map as
drone
well.
didn't hit.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got to be hard cleared from now on, surely.
Not again, 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 not again. No.
No.
Again. Again!
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
that's good info though.
He's
Double,
gonna
they
be
can speed up
stealing
over
about
towards
Alpha
A.
and Boo there even to get Alpha down.
Ooh, Kayak, you
Kayak
gonna
got the
try-
Oh wow! Look at this advantage.
Dude, he's going for it.
5v3 already. Sight under their control.
Okay, honestly,
Fnatic,
kinda
they got a
takes
bit of
that.
support from CT, but it's
Dude,
shot
Mini
through
Boo
smokes,
keeps
keeping them
wrecking
alive.
people
That's what
from
they can bank
smokes.
on, really. Kayak and Kron are gonna have to go above and beyond.
They got
What are
another
you meant to do
smoke.
here? Mini Boo's already got this corner sorted. I don't know how
well.
you gap close past this.
Feels another one that Fnatic going to force a save potentially. Been so many of these examples. I think
Yeah,
that's why you see
another
Heretics
one.
with a 2-round lead and 4 out of the 5 members of Heretics negative KD.
Yeah.
Falling smoke? Nah, I think it touched the
Just
floor.
don't really
I'm
have
pretty
a
sure.
say in a lot of these rounds concluded before they can really put something in motion. And it's, I mean, credit to Benji in that regard, right? He's finding kills that are very off kilter in terms of the nature.
Wasn't it 4-1?
of how we
Yeah,
see Fnatic
it was.
perform previously.
But I mean, it's an attack-sided comp. This isn't like out of control yet. Even if they get 8, it's not out of control, but obviously with the start, you'd want to have a lot more.
Yep. It's all just starting to add up against them. 4 rounds is workable. I just feel like you need just to break the trend. It feels like a drought, doesn't it? And the finance is still rotten.
Do these replays, man. It's so brutal.
Obviously, Fnatic sitting 3-0. Their favoured side has been the attack, but I gotta say, just 8-4 just never feels good, especially when it's rounds like this where we're seeing them.
Oh,
dare I
boy.
say, outclassed in a lot of regards.
Yeah.
Okay, they
Crush
kind of
is
get away with one though.
hoping for something to
We got the
land.
ISO. Oh, where's
Brienne's is a
the
bit lower, I
clone?
guess. Mini Boo
Oh,
taking a
they
touch of
popped the
damage as
clone,
well, but
thinking.
it's not much.
Wait, this was kind of smart.
Put that
They
barrel away.
sove the ult
Betrayed
and
you
then they're
last
trying to
time in
bait
Garage.
out the ISO ult and they have a clone in front. I'm pretty sure Bolster would have
Need him
got
to
hit
not
though,
have a
but
nightmare of a round.
I guess it comes back to that same discussion. Obviously, crediting Boaster looking the best individual you have seen, and now it kind of casts a shadow on that map on performance. You could say, obviously, still delivering as an IGL and the mid-rounding. looking
Bolster,
great for
yeah, just
Fnatic,
ready
but
to tank it.
Now the concerns continue if you
Dude,
can't
he might
get the
actually
ball
get hit
rolling.
though, because they're gonna drone spot him on
Numerically, at
short, and he's
least.
getting ulted.
Heretics
Here we
now
go.
poised
Drone
towards
goes. It's gonna
an
see.
inside here.
Ooh,
Destabilizing. No
Woo.
distraction.
Well,
just
carried
by
out.
the way,
Catches
that was like on the
Crashies
corner of it.
Yeah, clean
and
with
wins
it.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he's
an easy
doing
one.
his job here, Woo. Kayak tries to make a hero play through the smoke, and now Boaster, not again.
Oh god,
He gets his
three
ult for a 2.
three disasters in a row.
In a 2v3. Good information though on the side of Heretics. So Alpha's shield gonna be forced to wait. Back himself away here, as it's all on him. So much for him to try and achieve, to try and pry these 3 players out of position. Hard angles to clear this crossfire setup. Does catch at least
Okay, I
Minibu
mean, what
for a
an
moment,
incredible
but it's
recovery
only
that
one
is.
as Heretics make it up to 8-4. Mike, it feels like Fnatic
Yeah.
are dropping the ball here.
Yeah, and I think as well, thinking back to the previous results, a 3-9 defensive half versus Vitality, they did bounce back to a 13-10, but this one feels pretty awkward, Lauren.
Certainly
7 in a
does.
row?
We'll be
Yeah,
back
I
in
think
just
so.
a
It's
moment.
4-1. Crafty Sama, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate the 9 months. Thank you for that. You switched to YouTube? Because this is delayed? Yeah, you might be right. Check. There's a YouTube stream. Through the ads, I mean, there we go. I'll leave this just in case for later. Tatiana, thank you so much for the 17 months. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. ×2. The problem is if I ×2 it, it gets towards the end and then it just starts lagging. So I have to kind of like guess where the end is. I have no idea where it does it for me.
Well, it was an astounding turn of events towards the end there. That 6th round and onward, Mike, it felt like Heretics couldn't put a step wrong. Everything lining up for them. And where was the reaction from Fnatic?
I mean, look at the timeline. The amount of success they found in the post plant, and there just wasn't really. I don't even want to say you didn't see the adjustment from Fnatic because players
The
were
tear enough,
falling
we
way
spoke
ahead
about
of
a
the
lot
fact.
today.
It
It's
wasn't
just
as if they could even get
the
themselves
agent's
into a
dead, man.
position to formulate some type of retake. I mean, Boaster falling in a couple of weird scenarios before the spike's even planted. Can't
Right
get,
click the
you know,
video,
no
go into
smokes
stats for
and no
nudge. You can
paranoia
see
in
the live
retake.
delay. Wait, is that true?
It's just awkward, and it's not something we're used to seeing Fnatic have to overcome.
And that's where I think I agree with you. It's the surprise to see it in this sort of position, but it is what it is. Heretics looking the closer to form here, and what a message to send to do it on Haven if they can. Still an opportunity now, but look at the proactive approach here. I think Crashies is aware of this. You look at his pathing, he's got to know something's going on.
Yeah, looks like he might be good for at least one.
There's Minibu on the other side.
Oh.
Immediately overwhelmed.
Well,
Don't let it go
they
too
know
far,
about the
do they?
numbers behind. I like this though. I like this
Instantaneous
instant
reaction.
reposition to
A lot of
drone with the
players
team
spotted
because
that
they
on
might
this
try and
flank. It's a good
reactively
idea,
push
it's the
out.
right idea, but Alpha this
And
time ready. Sheriff in hand and locked in.
Ooh.
Boo. The timing this time
Oh,
on
they cleared it well.
Chronicle's
They know
side.
there's
Boo
only a
goes
few
down.
over towards
And
side.
now
They
the
saved the
rest of
Omen
retake looks a
flash,
little light here as
and
Boaster gonna be
Benji's
rewarded,
absolutely
taking
sent
down
it
his
as the other
nemesis,
team, the
Benji.
rest of his team
And just
hit the
one
Omen
left
flash.
alive really to handle is now Minibu. And there it is.
Okay, where are we at with the
Chronicle
pistols? What was
closes
the
it, and
first
it's a
map on
safe start
pistols?
for
It's
Fnatic.
2-0 here. First map was
Much needed, maybe a course
2-0 as
correction
well,
here
so
on the back of the
2-2.
pistol. They can convert round 2. Yeah, I mean, great isolation on Crashies, but almost at that point he can relay all that information. And what's important is Wu is double faced. There's no chance for him to find any success on long. Actually, even Chronicle finding the wallbang as well. Yeah, I believe actually down to 5 HP in heaven, but so yeah, obviously, I mean, conversely to what I was saying, the first half Fnatic do have a 64% win rate on the attacking
Mini Boo
side.
gets
Obviously flipping
Marshall
the
out. That's it. They're allowed 2 deaths.
Here on Haven. Again, that string of rounds. So it doesn't make you feel as if it's a guarantee, right? It's not a given.
No.
A little bit of pressure over towards A.
Patience
Takes
being
the
shown.
TP,
Fnatic's
and it's
tempo,
looking
look,
like
they've really slowed things
3C
down
side.
here, it feels like. Yeah, obviously the statistics in
I think it's
in the
healthy
first
for the
half
game
of
to
Lotus
kill
highlighting
the
how
Teo.
tempered they play
Sure.
these days, but
I
you
think
can
it
see the caution
messes
being
up
displayed, and rightly so, little
the
high-low set
Masters
here.
a little bit, to be honest. I would have
And
done it
Benji
after Masters,
could be
but
rewarded, but the dart gonna have to be dealt with by
it is
one.
what it is.
Away we go. Shield gone. Oh my God, they got 2. One's fine, 2's outrageous.
yeah, this
Wu's
gets
gonna try and
weird.
make a quick escape
Big
here.
cancel
They
on
held
this
off
one.
the hit.
Rotate goes in.
Yeah.
Call to go over towards
And a man to
A.
the good as well.
And Omen
Trying to
Flash
lift that
means they
weapon
can
back.
clear this pressure over towards here, and they get that
They'll be able to
info
get it into the
early
hands of
and go back
Chronicle.
over towards A. Oh man.
Certainly
What's the
feels
call on
a
this?
little
30
more
seconds left.
awkward now. Never feels comfortable walking into B late round. 20 seconds left. Luckily, nobody from Heretics on the other side of this.
Yeah, it does feel like just fortune is on their side, at least in this moment, because those corners feel so threatening. But the plant's going to come down. Boaster pops it into place.
10 seconds left.
Still a number disadvantage,
Spike
though.
planted.
So if Heretics can try and fashion something together to cause those problems, deny those trades, we'll see. Trying to maybe daisy chain those
Shot.
smokes in. What a
Absolute shot.
The crash is falling. Now they can't secure both sides. You can see
Oh
this
my
again.
God, how?
Chronicle's gone
Wait, that
down.
one's
How
just
the
straight
hell is
through,
Boaster the last one alive as
How did they do
Boom
this?
sidesteps around him and the disaster
How did he hit the
strikes
second
like,
shot,
this was
though?
never
Did
meant
he
to
see
be
him
the
before the
round.
cage popped or something?
What's the haymaker?
Or is he
here
actually
from
just
Heretics.
straight banging him
Catching
through the
Fnatic
smoke
off
with a
guard.
Marshall?
A pay save card thrifty nonetheless. To get 9 on the board and strip away any early advantage that Fnatic could try to build on the back of the
Dude,
pistol.
3 dinks in a row. That was nuts as well from Benji.
Yeah, it's a beautiful conversion here. The high-low setup on C, but Mini Boo. Sorry, the second was a headshot as
second.
well.
How's he getting that? How is he getting that?
I need a drop.
And how, honestly, how is he getting that?
I mean,
Truly.
just a
Rongonius, thank you so much for the
tilt-up
21
of a round,
months,
to be
man.
honest with
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yes. And it's such a key point.
Thank you for
as
saying that
Such
as
a
well, bro.
pivotal
Appreciate it.
moment. Have that upswing, to have that just fall into their lap. Well, Fnatic in the past have had their heroes. They've had their players step up to save the day, but right now no one is here to help, it looks like. Mini Boo, Wu in control.
Yeah, everyone's just
No
trying to take their
access.
timings.
We'll see one of the weapons removed. No, Crash is able to retrieve it at least. Nicely placed on the windowsill, but Mini Boo elsewhere has removed the other rifle. Alpha will fall. Spike now down in mid. Chronicle has to make his way across, but only a classic in his hands.
Treacherous. It's just brutal to have to go and do this walk, right?
Scanning ahead.
Okay, trying to feign this attention towards C, but I mean, they've got so many bodies, they don't have to
Need
be
a
too
kill.
worried yet. Yeah, absolutely. Hell, they need 2 at this point, but that's a step heard.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a chance to find one, to
Dude,
be honest with
it's
you.
the
Mini
biggest
Boo
bait ever.
trying.
Mini
great
Boo's just like, keep
crashes.
jumping, mate. Nice shot.
30
I mean,
seconds
I'm
left.
gonna say Mini Boo is. It just feels like he's just having a. He's built different at times. You give him like an outlaw or a marshal, he's gonna get you a couple of kills here. Kron, yeah, there's no way around. Benji's like, hey, no, go ahead, try and get to the site.
Maybe a timeout for the big buy runs.
Hello there. Mate, 5-10. How are we here? I want to see this from Mini Boo's side. Yeah, look at this. I feel like I just want to watch his whole side. It's just like the whole time.
You're done.
Yeah, really, really comfortable. On the Yoru, again, no surprises really. We'll see, I don't see anything up on screen, but the time's not moving. I'm guessing it's attack. There's some music.
We're good.
Muerto, okay.
Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. I feel like I have PTSD when it comes to Fortnite.
Yeah, everyone's on edge
when there's
when
no
the
music
timer
playing,
stops.
I'm like, they're trying to get something ready.
Mike, I can't watch Americas because they obviously have like half the stage go red sometimes
Dude,
for like the team.
it's just
I'm
yeah.
sat there going, nah, America's got tech.
Was it? You
Nah.
just immediately
It's
put
not-
colorblind.
HD's
mode
in.
on
Thank you
it,
so much, man. HD's in 87 with Prime. Appreciate that, mate.
It might
Thank you for
help
doing
me.
that.
Well,
I see what you're doing, observers, by the way. I see you.
yes, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Speaking
Well,
of help,
it's definitely a good time for a timeout, but
Get me some? I mean,
it's not like they're close to any of the ults that help them that
whether or not
much.
Fnatic are gonna be able to get
So they
any help from
can't.
the
Well,
coaching
they
staff
could try
here.
get an ult, but again, it's not gonna.
Again, it's
not a
gonna-
round-changing
well, I
ult
mean,
that's
just
gonna
now
make you
with a
use the-
disheartening start to
Yeah.
the second
Or change your
half,
plan.
brutal.
being stripped away in round 2. And again, they're now in a really awkward position where they concede this, they're broke. Heretics on 11. You got to argue. Then they win the anti-eco.
In Surge, thank you so much. In
massive
Surge
series
3
point.
with the Prime. Appreciate you. Thanks for the 2 months as well.
And again, the gravitas of this matchup.
In the
can't be
EMEA, I don't know. It's
understated.
hard to call, man.
Yes, it.
Oh.
Booster. Bloody heck. Unconfirmed amounts of damage,
Yeah.
but it's there. The fact is, it puts you 1 win away from getting into
Yeah,
Toronto.
which for both of these teams, absolutely
That's
huge.
Winner of this,
yeah,
surely.
It's gold dust, right? And so for Fnatic, it's time to really buckle down here.
Maybe,
You've gotta
yeah.
be absolutely ready for this. If you want a chance to go into those big global events, there is no ability to
Wouldn't
be
feel
cautious
super
anymore
confident
or,
with it.
You know, hold anything back. This is a huge opportunity. We've seen giants already fall in the form of EDG not making it out there, upsets in Americas as well. Playoffs is not for the weak-willed. You know, it's brutal. So a huge boon to either side. And as it stands, Heretics digging deeper here. Map to the good before. Lotus in their side. Here, 5-round advantage. And now they have to try and figure this
DP
one
for
out.
under. Well, we might see a 5v5 retake.
Try and
Oh.
I guess slow things
Whoa.
down. It actually does isolate Kayak. Crash is good for the trade.
Damn, dude, imagine
He's gonna beat that.
imagine
The
he
rest of
beat
Heretics
into
are
that.
a million miles away
Dude,
from
that was
this.
crazy to do with the no smoke, but
First time we get this tested. And something I do want to credit as well is
wonder if
how
you're gonna
good
be
Heretics
smoking
are at
long if you're
pressuring
gonna
these
do
left
that, but
back
I guess he's
lines.
watching
If they
it.
don't fully commit to it, they'll normally kind of break the backline pressure, force a player to look away, hit that quick rotate, which we're seeing here. It's wonderful to witness, but Crashy's position.
Oh, he
might
didn't
be a
see that?
checkmate
Okay, he did
on
see
this.
that.
It is. Root's been caught trying to play into the smoke. He's got them at least a man advantage, which is huge here. Alpha tries
Hang
to
on,
focus in
hang
with it too
on.
many times.
How
How's
has
got
Benji
two?
done
How's
that?
he got Crashy's down Boaster there?
How has
Oh,
Benji
dearie
done
me,
that?
Benji.
I gotta see this POV.
Starting to come online here. Diffuse to be completed by Mini Boot. Got a bit close there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
did
gonna
get a
say,
little
I
bit
was gonna-
close.
Again, my
For
VMix
fun,
levels aren't high enough to hear this
Nah, I got a little bit nervous.
clear enough, but regardless, 11 on the board now. And
Let's see it.
that advantage created by Crashies immediately stripped away. It almost seems a little overzealous for Boo to commit to that.
Wait.
But even then,
Oh, okay.
Fnatic
Oh
get the
boy.
follow-up victory.
Oh,
Like I said, on the
that's.
back of
Ah, he's
Crashies,
gotta
yeah,
tuck
I
in
mean,
there.
yeah, oh, the timing.
Wow.
I mean, Boaster's basically just
Deploying drone.
20 HP, I believe, so
Oh, insta ult.
it's rough. Crash is going to
Tag.
try and find the opening here.
It's a good
but
TP, but he might get his
Yeah,
mate
it's really
tagged.
well on the second blind, and Kayak
Man,
doubles
it's so
down.
doomed,
Hey,
dude.
look, Fnatic need a
He ended
miracle.
up
That might be
TPing
the
back
start
onto
of
his
it.
mate.
Planter could be coming up next, but now we are
It didn't
into a
really matter because he lost the
5v3.
duel, but maybe it got him to
Still got
swing
that
out.
outlaw.
I'm not
Great
entirely
initially,
sure.
Not great in a retake. Brutal to try and
Dude,
bring
they
it back.
swing
Brutal
long
towards this
against the
site.
Sova
This should
ult
not
when
be a
most
round
teams
that
use the
Fnatic
insta
ever lose.
drone.
Even with
That's
the weaponry
bad.
disadvantage in certain areas, this just
Well-
should not go wrong.
Oh, no,
Oh
Benji.
god, look at the
Nasty with
swings.
it. Bron's got a swing.
Dude,
Oh,
please
no,
get that
no
kill.
way. No. Mini Boo's gonna do something. Oh my god, no! This is not it. This is
You can't.
not it. It's done. Get me out of here. Someone help me. And Woo's just gonna.
Oh my God, it's
down.
instant.
Kayak goes down. That should never have happened.
God, they just got
Benji's
annihilated.
done, baby.
How did they lose every single
like
duel
a
here?
15-second swing, by the way. He just kept swinging.
Benji, no,
wider
he
and
did the
wider.
I ain't
widest swing.
stopping. He's just never. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's the disrespect on that is just outrageous. Then doubles down on Kron.
Like,
Yeah.
he's so calm. He's so calm. I'm not calm. I'm nervous. And of course, there's like someone with an outlaw just falling
Well.
out of window. It's 12 rounds.
7.
Heretics, I mean, they are elevating every step of the way, and it's a brutal beginning, back and forth until then. Boo tips the favor into their hands. Ult gonna come in. Let's see if those stats still hold for Alpha. They could do with it right now. Rien's on the run.
Oh
But
my,
Alpha
that was
does
close.
win. Bring it back to the
21
3v3.
HP.
Almost got all 3 of them. Putting it all in the hands of Chronicle now.
Surely
He
there's
needs a
nothing
1v2.
behind that.
Benji going around.
Brian,
the
thank you so
world
much
if
for
he
the
needs
tier 1,
to.
mate. Appreciate the
That's
10
Spike
months.
Still down at long and a minute to play with.
Yeah, I'm not sure Boot, yeah, well, whether or not he could see it, but so the K's going to obscure
God,
his
they
vision
wrecked
regardless.
him,
I think
man.
maybe just behind the wall, but
Dude, getting eco'd on that
regardless,
pistol
the
was
K's will give
everything.
away Chronicle's
I
position.
don't know how Minibu got that second kill still.
Agility littered across the map, so Benji could almost just stack towards Boot.
Lotus? I mean, yeah, Lotus was better to watch.
Sit in the camp. He can't be pushed from either direction.
He's got this map on lock.
They just have the
access
full
point
map control here.
He will know about. Here it is, the first signal. And they have no
Really, really
idea.
nice, man. They absolutely wrecked him on this one.
Outstanding performance. throughout
Strong,
this
strong
map, but
performance.
Heretics, in general, 13-5, Mike. On a map like this, it sends
Man.
a message.
Benji just coming alive.
Yeah, we
as you
lost
said
the
about
VODs,
Nova,
didn't we?
but
Of course we
still
did.